Hello students, in the last class we have studied impact of geography on Indian history. After that, special features of Indian history. Now the today's topic is introduction to Karnataka history. Introduction to Karnataka history. So this is the history of our state. This is the introduction to Karnataka, which is the one of the greatest state in the south of India. So when we say Karnataka, so many points are there, so many dynasties are there, so many physical features are there. So one by one we will go through this. First one is to understand the word Karnataka. The first thing comes in mind. Two epic stories are there in India. One is Ramayana, another one is Mahabharata. The epic stories or epic books of our India. Two epic books. One is Mahabharata, another one is Ramayana. Mahabharata, narrated by Vyasa Maharshi, written by Ganapati, and the Ramayana written by Valmiki Maharshi. In Mahabharata, when we say Karnataka, when we remember our state, the Karnataka word is first ever mentioned in Mahabharata. In Mahabharata also, we have to remember one thing here. When we try to understand the chapters of Mahabharata, the chapters of Mahabharata is called as Parvas. Parva. The chapters of Ramayana is called as Kandas, Ayodhya Kanda, Sundara Kanda, etc. etc. In Mahabharata also there are Parvas, Adi Parva, Bhishma Parva, Sabha Parva, so many Parvas are there. Chapters of Mahabharata. So word Karnataka first mentioned in Mahabharata, the epic book of India, in that also in Sabha Parva and Bhishma Parva. In Sabha Parva and Bhishma Parva, the direct name of Karnataka directly mentioned as Karnataka. So here, to understand the origin and antiquity of Karnataka, we have to understand one book, Silappadigaram. The book name is Silappadigaram, which was known as Sangam literature. Silappadigaram. In Silappadigaram, the Karnataka is mentioned as Karunadar. In Silappadigaram, it is mentioned as Karunadar. After this, we have to remember Velvikudi copper inscription. In that, Karnataka is mentioned as Karunadagan. In Velvikudi copper inscription, it is mentioned as Karunadagan. After this, so many scholars are there in India, like Shambha Joshi, like Narabendre. Shambha Joshi mentioned the Karnataka as Kanna plus Nadu, Kannadu. And Narabendre, who was the great writer of Karnataka, Narabendre mentioned as Kannas plus Natar, Kannatar. After that, so many things are there. Karunadu, Kammittu Nadu. Kammittu means fragrance. Kammittu means fragrance. Andre ಸ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ವುಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನ ಕಮ್ಮಿತ್ತು ನಾಡು, ಕರುನಾಡು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, in major, when we consider the population, in major, there are the people who use the Kannada language as their major language or as their chief language. In Karnataka, Kannada is the chief language, or we can say Kannada is the official language of Karnataka. So, ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತನಾಡುವವರು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು. ಕರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಪ್ಪು, ಆ ಕಪ್ಪು ಬಣ್ಣದ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಾಡು ಕರುನಾಡು ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. ಆ ಕರುನಾಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತನಾಡುವಂಥ ಜನರು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥವರು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಕರುನಾಡು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ಒರಿಜಿನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಂಟಿಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ read about this Silappadigaram. After that, Velvikudi copper inscription, Velvikudi Smaraka, Velvikudi Shasana, Velvikudi Tamra Shasana ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು? ಕರುನಾಡಗನ್. ಸಿಲಪ್ಪದಿಗಾರನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು? ಕರುನಾಡರ್. ಸಂಭಾ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರು ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು? ಕನ್ನಾಡು. ಬೇಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು? ಕನ್ನದರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕರಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಾಡು ಕರುನಾಡು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪೇಜಸ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮಹಾಭಾರತ, ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಭಾ ಪರ್ವ ಅಂಡ್ ಭೀಷ್ಮ ಪರ್ವ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿ physical features of Karnataka. We have to remember the physical features of Karnataka. There are physical features. There are 4 in numbers. There are 4 features about our Karnataka. First one is coastal region. First one is coastal region. And second one is Western Ghat. Second one is Western Ghats. Third one is Northern and Southern Plains. Northern and Southern Plains. Last one is Malnad region. Last one is Malnad region. There are 4 features in Karnataka, or we can say 4 physical features of Karnataka. One is coastal region, second one is Western Ghats, Northern and Southern Plains, Malnad region. These are the physical features of Karnataka. We are not going very deeply in this because we are understanding the introduction of Karnataka history, not deeper on this. Next thing is we have to remember the dynasties of Karnataka. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಆಳಿದ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. When we say dynasties, Kadambas, Chalukyas, Hoysalas, Rashtrakutas, Vijayanagara Empire, after that Mysore Wadiyars, after that also Chitradurga Nayaks are there. After that, so many Paligars are there. So these are the dynasties of Karnataka. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಆಳಿದ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಕದಂಬರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಗಂಗರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರು, ಚಾಲುಕ್ಯರು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕೂಟರು, ವಿಜಯನಗರ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮೈಸೂರಿನ ಒಡೆಯರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಿತ್ರದುರ್ಗದ ನಾಯಕರು, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪಾಳೆಯಗಾರರು. ಹೀಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಆಳಿದವರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. After that, we have to remember the contribution of Karnataka in national movement also. The contribution of Karnataka in national movement also. Before 1857 is considered as the first ever independence war of India. 1857 is considered as first war of independence. Before that only, Kitturu Channamma, she fought with Britishers to get the independence. ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ನಾವು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 1857 ಪ್ರಥಮ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಾಮ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಈ ಕಿತ್ತೂರು ಚೆನ್ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ again I am saying we are not going very deeper in this topic because we are understanding the introduction to Karnataka history. First thing is the Karnataka, name Karnataka directly mentioned first ever in Mahabharata. In Mahabharata the chapters like Parvas, in that Parvas Sabha Parva and Bhishma Parva, we have to remember. In those Sabha Parva and Bhishma Parva, directly Karnataka name has mentioned there. After that Silappadigaram, Sangam literature, in that it is mentioned as Karunadar. After that Velvikudi copper inscription, in that it has mentioned as Karunadakan. Sambhajoshi says it is Kannadu. Dara Bendre says it is Kannadar. After that Karunadu, Kammittu Nadu, Srigandhada Nadu anta ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So today's topic is introduction to Karnataka history. With this we will finish the first chapter in second PUC history. In next class we will go through the next chapter. Thank you one and all.